I guess. All right, well, I kind of showed you why I was stuck here in Boca Raton for over 2 years. You know, I don't know. We're not. I'm throwing in the towel on it. I will make another attempt to, maybe hire some lawyers to, continue the case forever. But I throw it in the towel. I'm not gonna hang around here anymore fighting it. I'm not gonna stay here for, another 2 years. Screw all that, man. We started the YouTube channel, and that's what we're gonna do. And we'll just see how it goes, From here, we're still in Boca. In the morning, I'm going to go to this church and visit with some people. And there's a particular person I want to meet and talk to her. There's a couple people there I'd like to talk to. I told them I was going to do this, and I'm doing it. And I want them to see it. And I'm like, hey, y'all helped me out a lot, and I said I was going to do this, and I'm doing it, and, just try to, inspire some people, say, hey, you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, or just, like, swallow your fear. And I'm not saying, to anybody, that, you're a scaredy cat or nothing. I understand fear. I do, man. It's like, I should have started doing this 10 years ago, And I didn't, I just kept, it was always in the back of my head. It's like, hey, start a YouTube channel. Everybody watches you ride the bicycle, because I've ridden bicycles across 14 states. I've been in 44 of the 50 states. I've seen myself in at least 50 newspapers, and it makes me wonder how many newspapers I've been in and just never saw it because I don't read the newspaper other than the crossword. And, then I've seen myself on TV twice. Again, makes me wonder how many times I've been on TV and just never saw it because I don't watch TV. And then in 2019, I saw myself on the internet for the first time. And it made me wonder, how many times have I been on the internet and just never saw it? Because I am technologically disadvantaged, I'm a cripple. But now I see myself here all the time, and maybe this is the way it's supposed to go now, We're going to put on a show here, If you see me smash this light out real fast, don't think I'm getting violent. It's because a park ranger might come through. So I'm in one of my, secret campgrounds. This is like the best pavilion in the park, and I'm not telling anybody where this one is, but it's kind of hidden. But they still cruise by sometimes, so I gotta just keep going down a little. But I need to turn it on for at least a minute here so I can make this video, and I won't let this one ramble on. Just, we're still going here, guys, and I'm still always going to inspire you, try to inspire you and entertain you and show you a good time. I've said in past videos, that I've been calling this an adventure, and maybe that's a little misleading. I'm trying to start a business here, I'm trying to start a show, and let's hope we succeed, because if we do, we won't have to go back to the carnival. We won't have to climb on the back of shrimp boats anymore. Not that I don't love that. I love shrimp boats more than the carnival. I love being out there in the, out there in the ocean and, smelling the wind and catching a fish and I've seen things on that water that just nobody will ever see, man. And I'll talk about them later. All right. I'll give you one right now. I'm bored, man. I'm bored. So I'm going to tell you this story, man. This is a good one. This is a good one, too, man. It was the very first shrimp boat that I'd worked on, and his name was Davy Lake. How you doing, Davy? I don't know, but he might still be alive. He retired. Oh, that's such a long story. I can't tell you my whole life in 5 minutes. It's impossible. But let me go on the story. It was the first shrimp boat I worked on. And I had this buddy of mine. His name was Brett. And me and the captain would come back in. We offloaded shrimp, sold everything we had. Everybody's paid off. I was all cleaned up, showered, you know. And this buddy of mine, Brett, and his girlfriend, you know, come up, hey, you know, TC, because they called me TC. I hadn't gone back to Theodore yet. And they're like, TC, you know, can I borrow your cast net? I want to catch some mullet. I'll smoke them and I'll share them with you. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, take it. You know, I don't care. And, you know, I said, but I told him, you know, look, I'm already cleaning it. Don't ask me to help you, you know, because I'm already showered and paid and I'm just not getting fishy anymore. And I said, you can use cast net all you want, whatever, but don't ask for any help, you know, because I'm done for the week, you know. He said, yeah, no problem. And he gets to that and he takes off. And his girlfriend sat in the air-conditioned cabin with me when, you know, we drank some beer and we bullshit with her. And all of a sudden, man, you can start hearing Brett start yelling, DC, DC, DC. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care, I ain't getting fishy. But his girlfriend couldn't take it. I can't remember her name, whatever. She was a nice girl. But I can't remember her name. But anyway, she couldn't take it, you know, hearing him yell and scream like that. So she runs out the cabin, whatever. I'm like, yeah, you know, I watched the ball game myself. And she comes running back in there. It's like TC, man, you need to come out here and see this. You know, I mean, you got to come out here and see this. And I'm like, he's my buddy, so I got to, you know. I walk out, man, and this guy, he had gotten off the boat because he intended to just throw the cast net off the boat, you know, off the back of the boat, you know. But he got down on the dock, you know, and when I walk out of the boat and see him down on the dock, and this guy, Brett, man, he's a huge man. I mean, this guy's like 400 pounds, you know, he's like 6'6". I mean, he's just a huge man. And he's wrapped around this pylon that's holding out the dock. And the cast net line is out in the water. I'm like, holy shit, you know. And it's just pummeling him, you know, boom, 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 against this pylon, you know. And I run down, of course, you know, I jump off the side of the boat, get out of the dock, and I'm like, you know, I can't, you know, I don't know what he's got in that net, but it's a monster, you know. And I help him pull it up and get it on the dock, you know, and this guy, man, caught a 6-foot tarpon in a 6-foot cast net. I will never see that again in my life. I don't know how many people out there that can say they ever saw that, but I saw it, man. And a bunch of people saw it. So, you know, if I could hunt them people down, you know, I can prove I saw this, you know. As my videos go on, you're going to hear me saying that a lot about, you know, I can prove everything I say, okay, because most of it I can. But anyway, man, we get this sea monster up onto the dock, you know. It was huge, man. I mean, it was the perfect cast. It was a perfect cast, you know. I mean, Brett was going after the mullet, and the tarpon was going after the same mullet. And so when the net hit the water, the tarpon must have been, you know, in a turn going after the mullet, because that's the only way, you know, that the net could have gone around it completely like that to trap it in the net, you know. It's the only way. And it's not the first time I've seen something like that happen, and I'll tell that story later. But it caught it, you know, he caught it, you know, and he held on to it, man. I don't know if y'all ever seen a 6-foot tarpon, man, but they're gigantic, man. It's like a horse with a fin, you know. And well, we get it up on the dock, and Brett's like, man, I'm gonna run to my house, get my camera, gotta take me to hold the fish, you know. I'm like, yeah. All right, I'll try to hold fish, you know. So I tried to sit on this 6-foot tarpon, you know, and try to pin it down to the dock. It didn't work out too well. Brett, you know, of course, he was 400 pounds, and you know, it wasn't all muscle. You know, he was just, you understand. You know, he couldn't run, you know, and I couldn't hold that. It was like sitting on a horse, man. It was and, you know, just scales everywhere. I mean, you know, my bath was instantly worn off. And I couldn't hold it, and the fish, back into the water he went, which was the best place for everybody involved, because I don't know if you can eat tarpon or not. I don't think people eat them. I'm sure that, because you can eat anything. I mean, I've eaten lizards, so I know that you can eat anything, but I never see it on a restaurant. Tarpon steaks, they're a game fish, whatever, and maybe they're just, I don't know, I've just never eaten one. Anyway, he got away. Brett didn't get his picture, but everybody saw it on Matlache Island. The island was called Matlache, and it's in between Cape Coral and Pine Island. You wouldn't really know, it's gone now, that some hurricane went through there and destroyed it. And they probably deserved it after what they did to me there. But if what not happened to me there, I wouldn't be here now. And not everybody deserved it. Let me take that back. That was kind of mean. Some of the people there were just absolute trash. But most of the people there were good people, so I totally take that back, about what I just said. I apologize for that. Just something really bad happened to me there, and I'll tell you that story, and it wasn't the whole island that did it to me. Most of them actually liked me. They did, and I'll have to make another video about what happened there in Matlache. That's where I salvaged my first sailboat. Oh, yeah. The captain told me how to do it, and I'm saying, I bet you I can salvage much any sailboat anywhere along the Florida coast. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm just rambling because I'm bored and lonely, and I shouldn't keep this light on, because if one of the rangers come through, and they will, I shouldn't have the light on, because I'm kind of hidden back here, but I have protection from the weather, and and we're going to get up early in the morning, go over to the church anyway, and talk to those folks. I'll tell you that story later, too. I just know that I'm not supposed to make these videos long, so let me hang up, and I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. I'm safe. I'm happy. You now know the story of Boca Raton while I was stuck here. All right, bye.